Well, it's a huge day for Marlow Rowing Club. We're some 18 months or so on from when fire all but destroyed this building. We're actually in a small section of the boathouse at the moment that they did manage to salvage. If I can give you some background, the fire happened in August 2011. Now, this is a wooden building. It took hold so quickly, and we were here filming the following day. You can see from the pictures just how serious the damage was. But today they find out they're getting £1 million from Sport England. They can now afford to rebuild, and there's some very ambitious plans. With me now is club president and also 5 times Olympic champion Sir Steve Redgrave. You have got some really big plans for this place, haven't you?
We have got some great plans of extending the size of the boat club, another maidenhead floor on top, so 3 floors instead of 2. Great gym facilities, and hoping to motivate a lot more young people and people around the Marlow area to enjoy not just rowing but other water sports as well.
Thank you very much. And also with us, Naomi Riches, Paralympic champion. We've seen some young rowers here today, and as Sir Steve was saying, it's a really important facility for them, isn't it?
Yeah, very important. Young rowing for Marlow is particularly strong, and I think having better facilities to bring them on the grassroots, that's looking at the Olympians and the Paralympians of 2024, 2028, and so on. So I think it's vital for that to happen here.
And it's always a brilliant atmosphere when I come down here. Do you notice that as well?
Yeah, I do. Everybody's in for one reason, and that is to whatever race they enter to come out with the best result possible. So, everyone's very like-minded, and they put as much as they can into their training.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Well, the Home Secretary, Theresa May, will be here this afternoon to learn a little bit more about this project. Work is due to start in the summer, and it should be finished next year.
Racing driver Dean Stoneman wasn't sure he'd ever be back behind the wheel. Just as he was about to realise his life's dream of driving in Formula One, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer and had a 50% chance of survival.
I was so fit to have symptoms like I did and to be diagnosed with that. But now, after going what I've been through, you do look at life differently, live it every day as the last. But you've got to do what you do best. You never sit there and think there would be something like that wrong with me. Never drunk, never smoked, never done anything wrong in my life, and you get hit with that. But it's one of the rarest cancers you can have, and luckily we found it 2 days in time. If not, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now.
At just 20 years old, Dean was singled out as one of the most promising drivers on the circuit. He won Formula 2 in 2010 and was on the verge of breaking the big time.
Well, at the end of the day, motorsport is a career as well as enjoying yourself, and as you see, driving the Porsche, and GT racing is where I'm going to go now, so hopefully it'll be Porsche Cup this year and Porsche Super Cup next year, and hopefully do some Le Mans racing in between, and it's about enjoying yourself and having a career and just going out and enjoying yourself.
Dean had to undergo gruelling chemotherapy, 18 hours a day, and had 4 operations at Southampton General Hospital.
When people say to you, is it easy to give up? It is so easy just to give up and that'll be it. But you've got so many family, friends and relatives around you, and it helps you through what I went through.
Dean still hopes to drive in Formula One, and now as an ambassador for the Wessex Cancer Trust, he hopes his remarkable comeback will inspire others. Reshma Rumsey, ITV News, Silverstone.
This morning's ceremony in Portsmouth celebrates the day that HMS Defender joins a small but elite fleet, deemed the most capable Navy destroyers ever. For many of the ship's company, it's a lifelong ambition to serve on a Type 45.
Ever since I joined up, I wanted to go on a 45, and it's quite exciting to go on such a new and quite advanced ship.
You're learning something new every day, and things go wrong and things go right. It's just the way it goes, and we're looking forward to whatever the ship throws at us.
Relatives braved a biting wind and steady rain to watch their loved ones do their duty.
He was the guard commander today, shouting all the orders.
So you couldn't miss that?
No, we had to be here for that.
Were you cold?
Yeah.
It's very cold.
I've seen a lot before. My husband was in the Navy, so I've seen it before, but it's extra special when you come and see your son.
HMS Defender's bow section was built in Portsmouth Dockyard, her Sea Viper missile system made almost entirely on the south coast. When the first of the 6 HMS Daring joined the fleet, her weapons system wasn't fully operational, but this ship's commanding officer says she's ready.
Yes. That 80% of the equipment in this ship is new to the Royal Navy, and with that comes a responsibility to make sure that we test that equipment thoroughly, and that's what we've spent the last couple of years doing in this ship, is making sure that our equipment does work the way it should do.
It's the first time this crew of 200 will serve on a £1 billion, highly specialised air defence vessel, and the excitement, even in the dismal weather, is infectious. Sally Simmons, ITV News, Portsmouth.
Ready, steady, go. The other side, darling. I'm in. Push you in.
The press of a button is all it took to end 43 years of operations.
Right, units off.
Didcot Power Station A has been running since 1970. It generates enough power to meet the demands of 2 million people. That's twice the population of Oxfordshire. But in 2008 it opted out of new EU rules on environmental protection and instead agreed to close.
From the 1st of January 2008, the clock started ticking and we had 20,000 hours of generation. Today at 2 o'clock will be the last minute of those 20,000 hours.
It's a sad day for the man who flicked the switch to turn it on for the first time in 1970.
Something I was very familiar with and knew it intimately, like a second home. In a short while, it'll be a heap of rubble.
Just over 200 people work at Didcot. Many will stay on to help with the decommissioning, but around half have lost their jobs as production is wound down. Usually there'd be stacks of coal here reaching up as high as the equipment you can see behind me, but the last delivery arrived midweek and now all the lorries are just lined up stationary and there's just a few dwindling piles of coal. The most likely fate for the famous cooling towers is demolition, once everything inside is made safe. Kate Bunkle, ITV News, Didcot.